The thing is, the last barber, he's actually I got a new barber, and he's good. Price of the cut went up,
Oh yeah.
but I'm gonna do a commercial.
Yesterday's
for him.
price is not today's price,
No,
as they say.
but you know what he did? Gave me the classic like Lower East Village. You know that haircut where they keep a little extra right here. You know.
No.
Well, it's like a certain haircut. I feel like you see a lot of preppy white guys with, where it's extra long on top.
It's like the young guy look.
Like the old school Justin Bieber type, where you got all the extra up.
It's not like the broccoli thing with the.
Yeah, I guess a little broccoli, but too
hair.
much on the side. Yeah, it is. It's
short,
the broccoli
short
thing.
on the sides, and then on top is like kind of like poking out.
Yeah, but they started it right here, so it's weird. Like,
Oh wow.
luckily when I condition it, it's not bad. Probably just showed my bald spot.
No, you could. I mean, like if you ask them to do the broccoli look, I mean, you can look like a 19-year-old.
I could easily get the broccoli.
Yeah, some kid who works at the mall.
Dude, I'm really considering, man, doing that little turkey flight, dude.
Oh yeah.
I might do it, dude.
You already chickened out of the stuff you were putting in before, though, right?
Yeah. But the spray, I don't know.
You didn't trust that. You're going to trust something you don't even speak the language?
Right. I mean, dude, people are doing it, though. You should see.
People are doing the other stuff, too. Finasteride stuff.
There's that stuff, but I don't know if it even works. Who knows?
You said it was burning you, right?
Yeah, I did for 5 days straight.
Yeah, you go to Turkey, they're like poking holes in your head. That's like legit like surgery. It's not even like it's a spray.
But people are doing it, man. I seen
I'd be shocked if you'd actually go through this.
Istanbul. You don't see me doing it.
You're going to pay the money to actually go somewhere and get holes poked in your head because your hair falls off. You lose hair when you do it, and then
they said it takes 2 years.
Yeah, but you're gonna do something that's gonna take 2 years before you possibly see results.
Man, I don't know.
No refunds,
dude. That bald spot's getting stronger and stronger as the years go on.
But you're paying how much does it cost? But
I mean, I'd pay the little
3
extra.
Gs?
That's something you don't want to cheap out on.
No, but it's like, what do you even know? What's the extra paying
They're
for?
$1,500. The ones I seen are $1,500
Plus flight.
No, dude, they're selling packages for $1,500 total.
Oh,
In
wow.
and out, surgery, flight, pick up at the place.
Right.
But I'd try to find a place, somebody's got to be charging more. My neighbor just got all his teeth done over there, my buddy Chuck.
I would trust teeth more than like hair.
Really?
Teeth is just like, those are all, it's all veneers, dentures. So
I don't know what he had done.
But you just stick them in there. If they fall off, you get new ones. But with their hair, it is legitimately just poking holes in your head and then trying to move hair from like the sides to the top and everything so that it takes. But it's just like that is such a long you walk out with new teeth.
Would you rather?
You're right. You can look at it on the spot.
He came home with new teeth.
Yeah, you can look at it on the spot like, oh, you fucked up these teeth. Let's get them new ones. But it's like if they mess up your hair transplants, it's like you don't even know for 2 years.
You know what? People that get new teeth, they don't tell you about their teeth beforehand. Like, he threw me off.
Yeah.
So one day I just walk out my door and he's like, look at this. I'm like, what am I looking at?
Well, they always say they got their teeth fixed.
Yeah.
As if it's like they actually got like repaired teeth. It's like, no, you got new teeth.
Yeah, they're not
Those aren't
fixed.
even teeth. Those are just like, they look like teeth.
I'll tell you, though, they do a great job on teeth in Turkey.
They do a great job on teeth here. I mean, the teeth technology has
way
improved.
More here.
Yeah, but the technology has actually improved. The hair technology, it's like, this is all still experimental,
What about in the U.S., though? You think it's better to get
At
hair
least
done
in the U.S., you know that like you can sue somebody. You can't sue somebody overseas.
Wow,
so
you
like,
really can't.
Well, you could try, but it's like that's international laws. You can't you'd have to go to Turkey and somehow hire a lawyer there. But it's like that's not going to happen.
You're right.
In America, that we have a lawsuit culture, which is like it's bad in some ways, but it's also good in the sense that like keeps us honest. Because it's like doctors are always getting sued.
My ex and her girlfriends always go down to Istanbul. Is that what it's called? They used to go every year. And she would show me the pictures. The last year I asked her, I said, when you're coming back this year, I bet you there's people with bandages all on their head. And sure enough, she sent me pictures in her flight, like 9 dudes.
Yeah. Well, it's like heavy bandages, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you just got like, skin grafts done. So.
But those people, I mean, it's got to work.
I guess. I mean, if you want to, this is like the Bill Burr joke about this. It's like, let's wait this out. Let these other people be the guinea pigs.
It's just embarrassing. I can't describe the feeling of a bald spot being shown. How did those guys in the 80s never cared if their bald spots shown?
Michael Jordan.
Right.
Shave it all off.
Yeah.
Cut it short. It's like I think there's way more bald guys than you realize. And you probably don't even notice it because it's so regular to look at.
Yeah.
There are so many guys walking around with a big bald spot.
Man,
And
I
it's
just want some good. It's going on the sides.
Well, you get that hair transplant too. It's not even like it's a permanent thing. Eventually, you're gonna go bald again. It's not like it.
You think?
I'm pretty sure that's how it works, right? Because it's not. There's nothing permanent about it. It is real hair that's coming out of your head.
Well, I think it also depends a little bit on genetics. Like my grandfathers, both of them weren't entirely bald. Actually, just on my mom's side, that's who I take after.
That's where hair comes from.
Yeah,
it's
and
your
it's like,
mother's father.
And that's exactly how mine looks. He always had about this much his whole life, maybe a little bit more, and this was gone.
Right.
So I'll probably always be there. I mean, he lived to be like 80.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, like if you're gonna invest in money, take that money and start buying hats. Start getting or even you can even comb over at that point. If you just get the right people that, move some stuff around for you.
Yeah, maybe.
But going to the actual surgery, it's like, can you imagine if that shit goes bad?
Yeah, they say detached scalp.
Well, there's that, and it's like you don't even know because you got to come back to America and see an American doctor and describe what just happened to you in Turkey.
Wow.
And the guy's like, so what happened? It's like, there's no records.
Yeah.
There's no actual, they're not going to transfer your x-rays from here to here.
Right.
It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, they're probably not even giving you a real name down
You go
there.
back there, I bet you fly back to get a refund and now that shit is the building's not even there anymore.
Right.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
that building burned down 30 years ago. What are you talking about?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll just have to ride it out, man.
Turkey, that's where Eric Adams, he's got the mayor, just got indicted by the FBI.
Yeah, I didn't know.
This dude just got federally charged with taking bribes from the Turkish government. Just millions of dollars.
Wow.
I'm just that dude he's in the court right now pleading not guilty, but that dude is in trouble.
And he's
and
still
it's coming
bald.
from Turkey.
Look at him, he's still
Yeah,
bald.
exactly.
He didn't even get it
They
done.
didn't even do that.
Yeah.
It's this dude is he got in trouble. His whole thing was that he because if you work for the government, you're not supposed to take money from foreign governments.
Yeah.
It's a conflict of interest. He flew to Turkey on whatever vacation business, and he got upgraded from coach to first class.
Wow.
But they're for no real reason. They paid for it.
Wow.
So this dude's about to go to federal prison for taking upgrades.
Do you think he'll really get in trouble though?
Hell yeah.
So what? We'll get a new mayor?
Yeah, well, there's a backup mayor, and his
Damn.
whole administration's so corrupt that even his deputy mayor is under federal investigation for something else. So they're there's gonna be some secretary or something who gets upgraded to mayor.
It's crazy that there's backup mayors. So the whole time
Well,
you're
you need
working,
in case somebody gets killed or something. It's like a vice president.
But so if
It's
you're,
a succession.
I guess you're right. Wow.
It's like the president, and there's vice president is the backup president. But if the vice president and the president something happens, they get the Speaker of the House, and there's a whole chart that goes down.
Man.
But that's why when they the president is doing his State of the Union speech where they get all the Congress,
Yeah.
they got to keep some people somewhere else
Wow.
in case there's a fucking bomb goes off or something.
Damn.
But everybody in the government, there's you could be 50th on the list. It's shit really goes down. I'm stepping up.
You know what's crazy to me is when you see people I don't follow politics much, but I thought seeing even Eric Adams in the beginning, I was like, what's going on here?
This dude was always up to something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's out all night. He's
Partying,
he's
there's
partying at
TikToks
clubs.
with him, girls
Yeah.
grinding on him.
This dude is
He's drunk. The
yeah.
mayor should never be sloppy.
Yeah, well, he's always got his shirt unbuttoned.
Yeah.
He's kind of a ripped dude too.
Smells like cigarettes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he was a cop, wasn't he?
He was a cop, and then later in his career, he got some sort of diabetes or something, and then he got to he switched to being vegan, so he became a super health guy. He used to be kind of a chunky looking dude.
Yeah.
Now he's a jacked vegan guy. So he's going out, and how vegans are. They get that all night kind of
Right.
Yeah, you're out.
Yeah. The skin's all oiled up.
Yeah, dude's looking young.
Yeah, he is.
That's why I think you get that confidence. It's I'll take some money from the Turks.
Well, you got to
Yeah.
think how much stuff was he doing early when he was out hustling. You know?
Oh yeah, he was a cop.
Yeah.
And he was the commissioner, and then he was.
Oh, he was the commissioner too?
Uh-huh.
Oh, he was hustling.
This dude was taking bags.
He was probably shaking people down, pulling people over. Let's give me $100. We'll call it even.
He's under 4 different federal investigations. So it's like the feds, they took his phone. They like arrested him they stopped him on the street and they confiscated his phones from him. And the cops or the feds are saying like, we need to unlock your phone. And Eric Adams told them like, I forgot the password.
Wow. Well, they'll still get it.
They'll get exactly, yeah.
But what about
it takes them a little while to get in, but it's like no, they'll figure it out.
The dude's a cop. He should have known better than that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. My theory is that like
he's got a burner phone that they don't know
he has 3
about.
phones they know about.
Like, he definitely got another one.
Oh no, he's got like multiple.
Yeah,
like old school flip phones that don't even have texting on them.
Every cop, my ex used to watch those shows, and she knew right off the rip when you're watching those shows, and even if they shut off the cell phone. Even with the phone off, it's pinging off towers. Every cop gets everybody from the phone. I guarantee you he's got a text mobile phone, or he probably got some Turkish fucking phone.
Well,
with
he's got
SIM
like
card.
some old guy in Chinatown. You got to knock twice on the door.
Yeah. Guaranteed. He's eating dumplings.
Mr. Wong.
Talking shit to him. I could see him going into, he knows the bodegas where the back door opens.
Yeah, he's like a tunnel in the back that goes from one building to another.
You think he's still smoking crack? Wasn't there a thing about him smoking crack?
Was he smoking crack? I don't think that was. I think he's more like he's like shaking down the crack dealers.
Oh.
And he's like this is like a super healthy guy. He's like a guy who's like up in the morning, like, lifting weights and like.
Yeah, but a lot of them crackheads still, sometimes they get into working out.
Look at Eric Adams though. This dude's looking shiny.
Yeah, he is.
He is that's like a vibrant man. So it's like, but I think the problem with that is that like, that feeling of like when you finally get in shape after a while.
Yeah.
You get so much confidence.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, I can do anything right now.
Mm-hmm.
And this dude is like in his late 40s, early 50s.
And once you shave it off, I noticed my friends when they went bald.
I think he's been like a long time.
So it's been a slow confidence build for him.
But no, I think once he actually like lost the weight and became vegan, that's when the confidence is now
the
like
$1,000 suits.
The way he talks about himself is like, I'm proof that God exists.
Oh wow, he's on that Jay-Z.
God
shit.
wants me to be here, and this is like, if you ever believe in God, this is me.
Man,
And God wants me to be mayor of New York City.
That's why I'm telling you. I feel like anybody that says that definitely shrunk a few crack rocks in their life.
I don't know.
You don't get that type of confidence without a little bit of crack.
But I think that's the kind of guy where it's like that doesn't last. You can only have that kind of confidence. Look at Diddy.
Right.
Diddy. I mean, like you hear these stories. Each story that comes out is crazier and crazier. But it's because the guy realized, like, no, you realize what I got away with 10 years ago?
Right.
And every single year, I can step it up a little bit more because clearly I can do this.
Has Eric Adams been to a Diddy party?
1 year ago, he gave Diddy the key to the city. They're shaking hands. I'll put the picture on here, but it's like they were like buddies.
Wow.
In Times Square, it's them shaking hands.
Wow.
The key to the city. And so it's like, yeah, this dude is out. He's partying late night with like DJ Khaled and like.
Yeah, I remember like 2 years ago seeing the videos trending of him late at night at the club talking shit, all drunk with girls on his side and shit.
He's at clubs too. It's not even like meatpacking district clubs. He's in clubs in like East New York,
right?
Like by the airport.
Oh, I guarantee you, yeah, the real deal, Holyfields.
But it's the kind of shit where you can't even walk in. Yeah,
I bet you he shut down strip clubs. I couldn't even imagine what's inside his.
How much cash?
And it's all cash for 30 years. You gotta think
it's cash and it's in like euros.
He's probably been getting
it's in some
bribed.
Like Filipino cash or something.
I bet you the drug dealers he did bust were because other drug dealers told him they're gonna make a movie about the dude.
Well, that's the thing is that once somebody like Diddy gets busted, it's like then they start snitching. Somebody else starts covering up because like Eric Adams, the mayor. I mean, like the city hall. That's like over 1,000. Employees probably.
Yeah.
People who work for the administration. It's like this is the Asian culture guy. This guy has like some job for the city. He makes like $300,000 a year.
They got environmentalist.
He's the environmental protection guy.
Those,
He's this guy's in charge of the squirrels, and he's at some like really high paying job. But all those guys now they're all retiring or they're resigning on the spot because everybody's about to get snitched on.
Oh wow!
So everybody's cutting deals and trying to like backstab each other right now.
What type of car do you think Eric Adams has?
Eric Adams doesn't drive.
Oh, yeah,
no,
he's got drivers.
This dude's got, SUV. He's got, like, multiple SUVs pulling up, so you don't even know which one.
Is he married or no?
Nah, he's, like, famously, a single, yeah.
Oh, I couldn't even imagine this shit he did.
Oh, yeah.
You don't even got a wife at home, bro?
He's like dating, and he's always like, talking about all of his girlfriends and stuff.
But see, these guys like him and Diddy, the thing is, they definitely don't go to a real jail. Like, right?
Diddy is in real jail right now.
Like, there's a metal, like, around other people.
Fucked up jail, yeah. But he's in, like, I mean, it's in the separate part of the jail. So he's in, like...
That's what I mean.
But no, it's not like...
But he can't get in no street fight in jail. Nobody, he's probably got protection.
No, once he's in jail. He's not in prison. He hasn't actually been convicted yet. So he's in holding jail for the next year or so.
But he won't go to a real prison.
Yeah, he will.
They do go to a real prison?
R. Kelly is in real prison.
Wow.
Yeah. Where else is it?
I thought when you have money like that, because of protection reasons, they put you like in a nice little country club where you play tennis.
You get in a nice country club if you do like check fraud, or if it's like white collar crime, the Bernie Madoff kind of crime, where it's like, oh, I'm a rich guy who stole money from rich guys.
Yeah.
It's like, no, Diddy is in like, these are like real.
He's gonna go to Rikers.
Assault charges. He's going. Well, not even Rikers. It's jail. They're going to like upstate Sing Sing, kind of like fucked up R. Kelly. But it's like the government doesn't have money to make like a nice prison for,
Well, you figure he's a million. I mean, he'll still live good in prison because he's got all that money.
Nah.
He'll be paying people off. Come on, dude. He's
gonna get extorted in prison. That's what happens when you're rich.
Yeah.
Everybody, it's like, no, if you don't, you gotta make a call to have somebody on the outside to transfer this money, or else,
Or you know
X,
what
Y,
though?
and
He'll
Z.
get the biggest dudes in there and be like, "I'll put you on a weekly salary."
He's gonna have to. But it's like, I think it's somebody like that, though. He doesn't have the kind of, you can't walk into a situation like that and know what's going to happen.
Man, I never knew that they go to real jail like that.
Well, for like real crime. The reason people usually don't go to, if it's like Donald Trump's not going to go to real jail, is because he didn't commit, like, he didn't rob a bank.
Right.
He didn't like shoot somebody. But like Diddy, like, blew up someone's car.
Yeah.
And, like, he's like, just, drugging women
They
and shit.
found guns and stuff. Yeah.
They found
he
an
did a
AR-15.
whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, like, and plus, like I was saying, once the feds start coming in and deals start getting cut, Diddy's about to snitch on everybody. So
they'll cut him a deal.
This case, not even that, but it's like, I think he's going to, you cut the deal from, 50 years to 30 years or something.
Well, the rappers, the one thing they always say about Diddy is they say he's a real one. Diddy's from Harlem. That's what they'll always say. He's a real one from Harlem.
Well, he's like a real, like, you look at, because before all this stuff came out, you always assumed Diddy was just this like rich guy who's like living a very luxurious, like, high class life.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, he was really like,
he was doing hits and shit.
He was doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
But he was really on some like mobster, like blow up the guy's car.
That's
to send a message. We're gonna go down to the club and I'm gonna fight this guy personally.
Oh man.
Just like that kind of level where it's like, I can't wait. This story has been I love it.
Oh, the documentary's coming
I'm so
out.
excited to watch every time there's a new piece of the story coming out. It's like, this is very exciting.
It's so hard to tell what's real. Like, weren't they saying that they're trying to somebody in jail's like, oh yeah, Diddy paid me to shoot Pac or something.
Yeah.
I seen.
Well,
that.
everybody, yeah. I think everybody is incentivized now to start coming out. But
Get a piece of the cake.
But there's going to be even more stories coming out because
makes Orlando Brown look normal. These stories were kind of Orlando Brown. Remember, he was talking about people thought he was nuts.
Well, it was like,
gosh, my gosh.
He was saying this like, Diddy is in his backyard. He has 100-foot bed. And everybody's like, nah, this dude's lying.
Yeah,
that sounds crazy. And then you see the TikTok video where it's like, oh, this is his 100-foot bed.
Wow.
And it's like, oh yeah, that's a gigantic bed in the backyard.
I'm staying in the bed all day. Get that moosh gosh, my gosh.
And there's tapes of everything, and it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, he said recording it with a drone. They're like, allegedly. Orlando Brown's like, allegedly. It's on video.
Those guys, they're all trying to blackmail each other. And
but did they actually find any videos?
Mm-hmm.
Man, imagine being the guys that got to study those.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know how I'd feel about seeing Carl Winslow get banged. Because remember, they were talking about that, the dad from Family Matters?
Yeah.
I always looked up to Carl, like I grew up watching Family Matters.
The thing with this story, though, is that like when you have somebody with these kinds of resources, millionaire, and he's been rich and famous for this long, you can say anything about the guy and it sounds like it could be true.
No, a lot of people talked about that Carl Winslow.
But they could have it's just a funny thing to say also.
Well, let's just say the video did exist and this is your job. How long would you be able to watch him get clapped before you're like, all right, it's your job to watch the video?
Well, the crime, that's not a crime, though. unless it's happening without his consent.
Wow. But do they still got to watch the tapes?
No, well, I mean, they're watching the tapes to find crimes, so I think you're fast forward, clicking
Yeah.
around. But it's like,
But if you fast forward Winslow getting clapped, it might hurt you worse. You see it's going all fast.
You don't want to watch. No, I think it'd be one thing because it's not like there are some women that have like accused Diddy of these actual crimes. So it's like if you can prove that he's actually like slapping her around and shit, then it's
or
like
if Carl didn't want
then
it.
a crime was committed. But yeah, that guy didn't actually come out and like say.
Oh, Carl Winslow hasn't came out.
So it's like there's no. The thing is too with this kind of like this kind of story is that what his defense lawyer came out and already said was that like they found all that baby oil and shit.
Right.
And he was like, yeah, he likes baby oil. And he's like, yeah, they have all these tapes of him fucking all these women. And it's like, yeah, he likes to fuck.
Wow.
So it's like that's not actually illegal until something actually illegal happens.
Even if you're paying them, it's still not.
I mean, it's illegal to drug somebody against their consent, and and then blow up someone's car and like have those guns were probably illegal. But a lot of the stuff that's on those tapes was probably like
It'd be hard to watch those tapes.
Oh yeah,
I couldn't sit through that.
Yeah.
Usher, man, that's
especially
my homie.
like. I mean, like the tapes. You used to think about how a party starts because the party started at like 10.
Right.
And it's a regular party for those first 3 hours. It's like Cat Williams' joke.
Yeah.
There's a regular party in the mansion. Then you go up to the rooms.
Yeah.
And then there's another party happening here. But it's like 10 o'clock, the regular party starts. 1 a.m., the second party starts. By 3 or 4, it's like shit is sloppy.
And you know what else?
There's all this baby oil on the ground. People are slipping.
And also, it's been going on for years. So the thing is, you're watching years of footage, and the more he probably did it, he had to keep one up in the bar.
Well, you got to get freakier and freakier just to keep the rush.
And the cameras are getting more and more better.
Yeah.
It's getting clear. The zoom, they're probably getting lighting in there eventually.
But just like how does the party end?
Right. The battery dies on the camera.
Well, not even that, but it's just like 5 a.m. and the sun is coming up and you've just done all of the craziest things you could even think of.
And it's on video.
And it's like, I feel like you're just like, people must be falling asleep in the hallway.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they're doing hardcore drugs, the type of stuff we never had the money to even do or be around.
Even then, though, it's like even people who do like, real like upper kind of drugs, it does wear off eventually.
Yeah.
There is a hangover at the end that's pretty vicious. And it's like he was like giving people like IV vitamins and stuff.
Wow.
Just to bring them back up so then like they could keep partying. But it's like, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What he's like. I'm trying to picture what he's even going through right now because he's in like a cell with that guy, Sam Bankman-Fried.
Oh, wow. That dude's still in there?
The crypto guy.
He's still in jail.
His case is going to take forever for them to prosecute.
And what, he's just chilling in jail? Did they get better food in jail if you got money?
No, it's just regular.
So he's just looking out the window in Brooklyn.
But they're in like a room smaller than this. 2 guys in a cell.
Oh, man. And
bunk
Diddy,
beds.
the way Diddy is, I don't feel like he even wants to be around a dude like Sam Bankman. Or maybe you think they're happy to connive together? What do you think's going on in there?
I think they're happy to like have someone to talk to at first, but it's also like, the toilet situation.
You think Diddy's punking him?
Nah. But I think like just those guys were both so rich that now you got to shit in front of another guy.
Yeah, but Diddy probably don't mind that, dude. I guarantee you, Sam's a little embarrassed.
This is what's
and
like
punked.
this so funny about the way people talk about Diddy and about like no Diddy, this and
Right.
that, and like he's gonna go to prison, but he's gonna like it because he wants to be around all these guys. It's like no, that's not how it works. That's still fucking prison.
Yeah.
If you're a billionaire, it's like and you have 10 mansions. It's like you do not want to go to prison.
But in this
It
situation,
doesn't matter what's happening in prison. That's just still prison.
But if it came down to a fight, Diddy's beating the hell out of Sam. So in that cell, it's whatever Diddy says.
The thing is, those guys haven't even gone to trial yet. They're not. That kind of shit happens in prison, not in jail.
Oh, okay.
These guys are in a holding cell in downtown, in South Brooklyn, and like they're gonna be in there for like a year.
Man,
just like stuck together in a room. This isn't even like the kind of jail where there's like, you can go play basketball now.
Really?
This is just like lockdown. Yeah, I mean, theoretically, this is supposed to be where you are for like a month. It's like going to Rikers, where it's like technically you're only supposed to be here for a little while, but the courts are so like fucked up and slow that guys end up being like technically these are innocent people, innocent until proven guilty, but you're still in jail for fucking 2 years.
Who would you rather be locked up with, Diddy or Bakeman?
Probably Bankman, I guess.
Really? I'd go Diddy. Diddy's an entertainer. You ain't gonna get bored in there.
Well, actually, yeah, it's probably true. Either way, though, it's like there's not an upside for either of these guys.
I mean,
you'd want to
be boring as fuck, all nerdy and shit.
But I mean, like, you also
Talking
don't
numbers.
want somebody who's all like freaking out. 'Cause the other thing about Diddy too that people like aren't necessarily talking about, this dude was a drug addict. They
What
found
was
all
his
this
drug?
like, you know, all uppers, pills,
Wow.
and like fucked up like drugs you haven't even heard of. It's just like a pink powder.
Yeah, that
Or-
old people shit.
Well, it's like a pill that says X on it. Or like
Yeah.
it's all numbers.
It's an orgesic.
Yeah, but it's like he was on those pills, so now they throw him in jail. Now he's like getting the jitters and shit.
And somebody with that addictive personality of always having sex and stuff, he's probably in there just whacking it 24/7. Do you think he's got an iPad in there?
He's losing his mind now.
Because they give you those in jail sometimes.
Well, I think he can, like, the way these rich guys get around the rules is that, like, they just hang out with their lawyer all day long in, like, the lawyer room. So I think he's in his room, like, from, like, 9 to 5. He just spends all day hanging out with his lawyers. And they probably, like, bring some Chinese food in or something.
Wow, you're right. He probably,
But I mean, you still got to go back to the cell.
But they could put some drugs in that Chinese food for him.
I don't think that's going to happen for that. But lawyers aren't going to actually help you commit crimes. But if you don't have money, then your lawyer is some public defender that you see for 20 minutes. But these rich, I think Diddy probably is just like sitting in a room, most of the day.
Yeah, my buddy told me they used to sneak joints in, and when he'd go to visitation, and he'd tuck it in his nuts, and then he'd go smoke it with his celly.
Wow.
Can you imagine that?
You can't just get edibles?
I don't know. Yeah,
Wouldn't that be easier?
Yeah, but I guess I'd rather burn the nut stink off than eat it. It would be easier. They just feed you the edible, yeah.
But it's like that's so much less likely to get caught.
Yeah.
If anything, they should just let these prisoners have edibles.
They should mandatory give
I mean,
them
like
edibles.
smoking, I can see why you won't want to allow that because someone has to have a lighter, so it's kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
It's like, give somebody these. You want to have like a real fucked up night in jail?
Yeah.
Take a 200 milligram edible.
Dude, what if
I have a bad experience out here.
They should smack them all with indica in their food. Just have them all sleep.
Yeah, I guess.
If you sit at the wrong table, you could get your ass beat in jail. Even in jail, people still fight in jail. I mean, you're less likely to fight because you don't want to add more to your thing. But people that know they're cooked,
yeah,
they're like, man. And honestly, dude, when my cousin, he probably did 15 years in and out, the majority in. He hit his breaking point at like year 10. The first time he got out after a long stretch, he wanted to go back to jail. We had to talk to him. He's like, bro, it's just easier. I know how life works in there.
Institutionalized.
It's easy to do.
Yeah.
You don't got to
Well,
work.
I mean,
you got
like,
your friends.
If you, especially for someone like Diddy, if he gets out of jail, he's always going to have money.
And he'll be gone. Dude, he ain't coming back.
Yeah, maybe not. But it's like for someone like your cousin, it's like then you get out of jail. Now what? You got to work at Walmart?
Dude, you're going on Facebook. Is anybody selling any cars? Payday by loan?
Yeah, exactly.
But
it's
you
like
have no money when you
trying
get
to get
out.
a job, your background checks. You can't get an apartment or anything. So it's
you can't go out of the country with a felony. How much does that suck? I feel bad for comedians with felonies, and then they pop, and it's like, yeah, I can't leave the U.S.
Yeah, right. Even if you have like some guys have like it's like a child support situation or something.
Yeah.
Shit gets locked up. Yeah.
Even taxes, they won't let you leave.
Yeah, they took Diddy. Diddy's got like a baby that's like 2 years old.
Wow.
They took the baby's passport.
What?
They took the passports for all his family, but they even the little kids.
Man.
Yeah, his whole family can't leave the country now.
Well, that's just why could you even do that?
I don't know.
What if the kid's got nothing to? What, you think the kid was involved? Yeah, he's holding the.
Well,
camera.
he's got like adult children who are like teenagers and 20s.
How many kids do you think he got? There is a lot of people that look like Diddy.
Diddy's got like officially like 3 or 4.
Oh, I bet you he's got about 40.
He's probably got a few more, but it's like they're all implicated in all this stuff. They're all like living in the big house when that shit got raided. But it's like everybody says like they're not gonna snitch. and everybody can be like, "Oh, this is my brother. He would never do that. He would never turn on me." But it's like, when you get a situation like this, it's like, not everybody is snitching on everybody.
Dude, everybody.
That's the one lesson that people should pick up from the mob.
Yep.
Everything happened after the 80s into the 90s. It's like, no, all these guys snitch.
Yep.
It's, you don't gotta like put too much on it before
And
they start.
these guys are even snitching so much they're adding to the story and making it worse.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's probably some shit they're
it's not
pushing.
just that they're snitching to the cops to get a reduced sentence. Now everybody's just starting their own little podcast,
Right.
and then they're snitching on there. They're going on DJ Vlad, and now they're telling a story, trying to cash in. So it's like there's an entire culture. Plus, everybody's filming everything now, so it's like it is getting harder and harder to actually get away with anything ever.
Where was Diddy's house?
His big one was in Miami and in L.A.
I thought he lived in New York, though.
He did. I mean, he had fucking billionaires.
Yeah.
He had Miami, New York, L.A.
But where was his New York joint? In Brooklyn, probably.
I think he was just in Manhattan. I mean, like,
man, because I never
these guys
seen Diddy in New York.
These guys all have like big, like, you know, they all have like it's like Tribeca loft.
Yeah,
and then like you're only there for a couple weeks, and then you back out to the Caribbean
makes
or
sense.
something.
He probably was in Tribeca.
Yeah, I mean, even like Taylor
next
Swift.
to De Niro.
Yeah, that's where all those like rich Chinese guys live. But yeah, man, this dude is like just psychologically, he must be like. He probably can't even remember all the shit he did.
There's no way, dude. There's
how many nights that are just like I kind of remember when like he gets accused of something, and this girl says, "Oh, you did X, Y, and Z." What can you even respond with?
Well,
it's like
the
I was
thing
fucked
is,
up.
You know, yeah, he's gonna have to. If you're getting drunk every night, and you got that type of money.
Not even drunk, but like.
Oh yeah, he was getting blacked out.
Yeah.
I bet you blacked out
after 2 a.m. from 2 to 6.
He don't know what happened.
Yeah,
popping pills. He probably put hits on people just for the hell of it. Drunk, gave somebody 10 grand. Guys like that.
That's when like those guys. He's probably watching the tapes himself.
Right.
Wow, look at that. look at me now.
Are you sure that's me?
Am I in the robe or the other robe?
Think about how much easily he probably just gave people $10,000.
It's like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
You just hang around long enough, all of a sudden you get a Ferrari.
I would hate to see those tapes, man. I don't think I could sit through and watch them, to be honest with you.
Well, 90% of those tapes is the most regular shit. It's just people at a party.
Yeah.
And then, like, I think you got to fast forward to, like, 3 a.m. where it's like, oh, you know, Arsenio Hall already went home. Who's left?
Yeah. The Shawn Waynes is leaving. Denzel.
Yeah. All the A-listers have gone. But it's like, nah, now who's that kid? How old is that guy?
And I bet he even had hidden cameras in the rooms.
Yeah.
Dude, like that. There's going to be... Imagine being one of those people that did something messed up at Diddy party.
It's like a painting where the eyes move or something.
Yeah.
It's just, all that kind of stuff. There's probably cameras he didn't even know about.
Right.
Yeah. Man, but it's like this dude is just sitting in a cell because he's used to being like he's used to living the kind of lifestyle where you're always running around on the move.
Yeah.
Get on a boat, get in a car, get on the plane. If you walk into like a restaurant, you walk straight in.
Get the best steak.
Get the best steak, but it's like he doesn't even wait in line at the airport.
It's
just like showing up, and there's never a line wherever you go anywhere in the world. You don't go to the store or anything. Now you're in a room smaller than this.
Yeah.
And all you can do is sit there. You do push-ups a little bit, but then all you can really do is sit there and just like wait.
You think he's going to end it? You think he'll pull whatever that other
Epstein?
dude did? Yeah.
You can try, but even Epstein, it's like they designed those cells so you can't kill yourself.
But his lawyer could slip him some cyanide.
What's in it for the lawyer?
Wow. Dude, you're a smart dude. Yeah.
Epstein, though, he hung himself with like a sheet that was made out of paper.
Wow.
They make those sheets so that you can't hang yourself. But it's like this dude, like, he did some crazy, or whoever killed him, whatever. But it's like, I don't think somebody like Diddy has it in him to actually, like,
What do they call him in jail, do you think? You think they call him Sean Combs? Or P. Diddy?
I think it's just Diddy, yeah.
You think they're like, all right, Diddy, open up your cell?
Yeah. Turn around, yeah.
Yeah.
People have accepted that. But yeah, man, this dude looks like, he's like late, I think he's like mid-50s, 54. But it's just like, what? I bet, like, if you look at a picture of him right now, I bet he aged like 10 years in the last week.
I wouldn't be surprised if he just gets like 3 years.
I would be very surprised if he gets 3 years. everybody's snitching on him.
Yeah, but money goes along, dude. Like you said, dude, a billionaire's a whole different game.
Money does not go a long way if you're in. There are the federal government. This is a guy building his entire career right now on busting Diddy. The federal prosecutor. This is how they get promoted. I'm the guy who busted the billionaire.
Yeah.
I'm the guy who like took down Epstein. So it's like there's somebody who's incentivized to get the biggest case possible. There's nothing that Diddy can give them, right?
Yeah.
He's the biggest guy.
Wow.
So unless he can actually snitch on Bill Gates or something, then it's like they're not going to roll him into a higher thing. They're going to roll his. They arrested his. They get his bodyguard. They can flip him, where it's like, oh, did this other manager guy make you do this? They flip the manager. Oh, did this, and then eventually you get to the top. Diddy's at the top. Vito Corleone.
Yeah.
Doesn't get higher than that.
He's done.
Yeah. So it's like once they roll him up, it's like, I'm guessing at least 30 years.
Can you imagine his request? You know, most people ask for like Lay's potato chips when they're in the interrogation room. I bet you he's asking for some weird shit.
Well, that's the thing is, I bet like when he's doing like, his lawyers are probably bringing him a decent meal.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But it's like, once this dude actually like, just imagine once he goes to real prison where there's like commissary.
Yeah.
And you're getting gummy bears and shit.
Yeah.
His cell is going to be filled with, it's going to be little plantain chips like this. Everybody in prison is going to be like, how the fuck you get plantain chips?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm a rich man.
Dude, that's crazy. He's going to be his new rap song. And I'm pushing the gummy bears like I'm straight out of Harlem.
But it's just like, it's going to be like the guy's playing dominoes for fucking ramen. He's going to be like pulling up. Yeah.
He'll be banging little female prison guards, I'm sure.
I don't know.
No, them female prison guards do it up there, man.
Yeah. I mean, they're talking about R. Kelly being in prison, and like everybody that's talking about it is always like everybody wants him to sing.
Oh, I'm sure.
So all day long, this dude is just being forced to just sing his most popular songs, just like walking around.
But he likes that, I'm sure.
I don't know. I think he likes it at first. And after a while, it's like, I don't feel like singing that song anymore.
But he's going to get better from it.
Well, I mean, like, it's just like, it's not like they're asking him to sing, like, how many songs do you have? They're asking him to sing the exact same Ignition remix.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
It's like, how many times can you sing that same song every day you're in prison?
Right.
And you got to do it, no microphone, a cappella.
All the time. Well, there's one dude with a pen in there.
Well, there's little hand claps and stuff. But
I'll be honest, what's worse than R. Kelly singing the songs is the other prisoners that are trying to get signed by him that are suck at singing. They're trying to show R. Kelly their skill. Hold on, man. I want you to hear this, man. Yo,
but they're being like...
hold up. And they're all
like,
shy.
They're like gangsters in prison are like, they're extorting them.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you got to sing or else like this guy on the outside is going to get killed.
Oh, man.
So there's like, you get in this fucked up situation where you end up having to, it's like you're rich, but you're not even rich anymore.
Right.
You're not even in control of where your riches are going.
And what sucks with him is everybody liked that song. Like Mexicans probably making him sing it, white people, everybody.
Well, he's just like, can I sing a different song?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me sing Amazing Grace.
Yeah. Or he likes that, I Believe I Could Fly, but not too many people really want to hear that shit in there.
They probably do, but it's just like, imagine you were like, you got one good joke.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to hear you talking about it. And it's like, no, I'm not doing that shit again.
Yeah.
No, we'll fucking stab you if you don't.
That's wild.
Yeah, don't sing it in the shower.
At least the people that are locked up, it's a little bit better for them. They got a few people in there now.
Yeah.
They got their own.
I think the best, though, is probably like, if you're like Mike Tyson when he went to prison in the 90s.
Right.
It's like, what are they going to do with Mike Tyson?
Right. They don't want to see what he could do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's kind of the apex predator in there.
Yeah.
So it's not even like that's going to be like a extortion situation.
Right.
That's just like, let's give this guy some room.
People probably loved Mike in there.
Yeah. But that was like a respect situation.
And Mike, the thing is, man, I feel like Mike, his best fight was as soon as he got out of prison.
Peter Neely?
Yeah, dude, that was ridiculous.
But it was like 10 seconds.
And the dude was white. Mike really wanted to fuck him up.
Yeah.
Put me in there with a white boy when I get out.
The problem, though, is that like you look at after that fight. That's after Mike Tyson post jail. That's when things really went south for him.
Right. I mean,
after that,
the
he was
drugs kicked in.
He was never the same after that.
But he had that one right out of prison.
Yeah, it was like a can. It was like a tomato can fight, though.
Yeah, but
once
still,
he tried to fight Evander Holyfield and like Lennox Lewis and
Right.
stuff, it was like.
But even in Mike's prime, Lennox Lewis and Evander would have gave him a run for the money.
Yeah, I mean, he was. It was a lot of that's just kind of timing.
Yeah.
Because it was, he was just around in an era when there weren't very many heavyweights. So.
Yeah, because when he got in with Buster Douglas.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, now every time you see those clips now of him and Jake Paul,
Right.
because they have to keep the fight's happening eventually.
Yeah.
But it's just like they both look tired. And
Yeah.
Mike's like pushing them, and it's like, this doesn't look right anymore.
I see all this stuff about Jake Paul. What do you call it? How the weight loss that he did or the gain? That's what they keep talking about.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's crazy how, that is still people are still invested. I was excited about the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight for the first 5 months that I knew about it, but now it's been like a year and a half.
You can't keep these things going for that long. It's the problem with most boxing is it takes too long for the thing to actually happen, and no one ever fights in the prime.
Yeah, I want to go watch some Tommy Hearn, some old school shit.
All right, let's plug some dates, huh?
All right, what do I got coming up? October 24th, Providence, Rhode Island. Man, I got this gig. They got an opener for me. It's a built-in audience. I forgot to tell you. But
where's it at?
It's I got to get the name of the venue. It's sorry,
Comedy Connection?
Yeah, actually I could
It's a club,
probably
or
look
is it
it
like
up. Oh no, it'd take too long to look it up.
Whatever.
We'll post it on the thing if we need to. But who knows?
Next week you're going back out, huh?
I'm going to Greece, actually. I'm going to Olympia, flying right to Athens. First day on the ship, Olympia. Next day, I forgot how to pronounce it. Begins with an M. And then
Mykonos?
Sicily. I think so. Yeah, yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
What is that?
That's where Drake goes.
Get out.
Yeah. Oh, that's like the nice beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going there, and then I'm going
might see
to
LeBron.
Sicily, actually, where my home family has a beach, actually. I'm going to try to see if I can see it.
Nice.
Leonelli Beach.
It's your paisan.
Yeah, my Koopa Steadies.